Then we had USC, and they went on the road at Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame is now 12th in the nation, and USC is now unranked. I feel like that's kind of crazy, but I get it. They did have that loss to Illinois, so it does make sense. But at the same time, you're ranking a team like Michigan, that's a 2-loss. But regardless, Notre Dame really dominated this, and USC is also a 2-loss, but I feel like you can make the argument they have a better win. Anyways, Notre Dame played really well, and they still made key mistakes in this one. Like, that's what's crazy. They still made key mistakes, and we're still pretty comfortable in this one. Like, CJ Carr has really got to clean up some of his play, but he is still a freshman. I think he's going to play better going forward, but it's just like the fact that they had all those mistakes and it didn't matter is what's so crazy about this one, Jack.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, CJ Carr had that just awful interception. I don't even know what he was thinking. He was near the goal line and he spun out of a sack and just threw it right
Right.
to
You
him.
can't
Yeah,
do
it was
that.
just a
Yeah.
puzzling throw. I don't get what he was thinking really. And it gave up points there. But this just really showed just how good Notre Dame is because they just
Right.
ran all over them. USC could not stop the run at all. It was interesting. And
Mhm.
just USC has just not really played that great on the road this year. Their other loss against
Mhm.
Illinois, they were down for like most of that game and they barely clawed their way back against a kind of suspect Illinois team. But Notre Dame, they just look so good. And their run game is just, I mean, we've mentioned it all year just how good Jeremiah Love is. 228 yards and then
Right.
Price, 87 yards. That's probably maybe the best running back duo in the country right now. And I don't know if we mentioned yet, but that kickoff return
Gotta be.
touchdown, so cool to see kickoff returns.
Mhm.
And it's something the NFL robbed us kind of with that new kickoff rule, which I get player
I know.
safety. I love player safety. You want the players not to be running full speed head to head against each other, but I just love the old kickoff. I just love it. And to see kickoff returns, it brings back memories so much. Just Cordero Patterson, Devin Hester. So yeah, very impressive for Notre Dame, and they
Mhm.
just really limited USC's run game as well. I know their main running back's out with an injury,
Right.
but USC needs to get the run
Right.
game going because Maava just can't keep throwing because that's what really was happening in the second half. Is Notre Dame knows they're going to throw it because they can't run it all, and Mayaba's just throwing it, and he can't really get anything going. The fact that they scored 24 points in this game is kind of crazy, and the fact that they were this close,
Right.
but this was still a great game, and I think should be played every year because this is just such a big rivalry. And remember back in the day with Pete Carroll against Notre Dame, this is just one of
Mhm.
the biggest
Right.
rivalries in the country, and I think it should be treated like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, always fun to see these teams go head to head with each other.
Right. And both teams have very rich histories. And USC is known to kind of fall flat on the road. When they went to Illinois, it wasn't great. Then they came back home against Michigan and played pretty well. I think they play their best ball when they're out in Cali. I think that's definitely very evident in their play. And you could just see this. They really fell flat. Both teams kind of did. It's just Notre Dame did way more to win. And you can't give up that kick return touchdown, obviously, not in that state of the game. You just can't. And if you do, chances are you're going to lose the game because not only is that huge. I mean, the points that scored on that, and the offense doesn't even have to go out there, so they're getting rest. But just the whole momentum shift of it all really flips the game on its head, regardless. Where it's just like those types of games, those types of moments are so impactful. And as both of us are Iowa fans, we're very in the know about how kick returns are really huge. That kind of flip the game because it's like we're usually in battles of field position, so any easier points we can get, we'll take them. So Notre Dame, very interesting performance against USC, and even though that's the thing is that they didn't have their best day, and they still found a way to win. That's what good teams
Mhm.
do. When you don't play your best, you still end up finding a way to win.
Right.